All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for being here today. I would like to start by saying that we're gathering on the traditional lands of the Ghana people, and we pay our respect to their elders past, present, and emerging. So a very warm welcome to Flinders University. It's a beautiful day. We're going to have a short information session now, and then we'll move outside just to have a bit of lunch. So I'm not going to be very, very long. My name is Eric Bouvet. I am the Dean Education for the College of Humanities, Arts and Social Sciences, and basically my role is to look after students and to look after the courses students are studying in. So we are absolutely delighted to have you here today. And our job really, my job, the job of my colleagues here, is to make sure that you're going to have a great year, that you're going to have support in your studies. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this in a minute. The university has a range of services that are available to you, whether they are actually in the college. So our college front is actually opposite. If you go down the doors here outside, take the door, go up the stairs. We've got a very nice college front there, and this is where you can go and talk to one of our support people. And I think the problem that students have, especially when they start, is that they may feel a little bit shy about asking questions. And if you ask questions as early as possible, when you got those questions, whether it's asking those questions to lecturers or whether it's asking questions to our administrative staff, it can solve a lot of problems. So whether you've got a problem with your timetable, whether you can't find your tutorial room, whether you don't know where your next class is going to be, or whether it's about the library, or whether it's about well-being supports, we can help you with all this. So without further ado, I'm going to call my colleague Giselle Baston, Associate Professor Giselle Baston, who's the BA coordinator, and she's going to tell you everything there is to know about the BA. Thank you, Giselle.
Thank you, Eric. Well, let me join Eric in offering you a very warm welcome to the best degree that you can do at university, and at the best university in Australia where you can do that degree. Are we the best university in Australia? Absolutely. Yes. The staff have to say that because otherwise they won't get paid, but it's absolutely true. You are arriving here at a time when the BA is refreshed and has more to offer you than ever before. So we'll talk about that degree in a bit more detail to help you think about your enrolment, the types of topics you're going to do. But first, I'm required to give you some general information. Now, some of this you may already know because I think it's been getting sent to you by your phones and various things. One of the ways you will have been receiving information about the enrolment process and coming to begin your journey here with us will have been via a student email address. You might not realise that you have a student email address if you're enrolled. So make sure you look through Okta, I believe, at finding out what is your Flinders student email, because that will be your main portal to finding things out from us. It's our main way of contacting you and staying in touch with you. So you'll need your student ID card. Has anyone done that yet? Yep, you have. Was it an easy process? They're nodding. That's always a good sign. Where did you do that? Online. Okay, so if you need to know how to do that, you need to speak to these two people when we're outside. Enroll in your topics. If you haven't already, you need to get enrolled into them. Is there anybody still yet to enroll in actual topics, or you're all set? You knew exactly what you wanted to do, you went online and you did it? Well, they don't even need us. That's absolutely fine. That's great. So your study plan will look like this. For the upper rows, for the Bachelor of Arts, and for the lower rows for the Bachelor of Arts High Achievers. So for the Bachelor of Arts, you get to choose a major or a minor. And you might still be wondering what they are. In the simplest terms, the major is the area where you do the study that you are invested in the most. So if you really know that you want to study lots of geography or history or languages, you think, well, okay, that's going to be my major area. Then there's a second thing that you're really fond of, but you don't need to do as much of. That could become your minor. So in first year, you have to start thinking about, well, what's going to be my biggie and what's going to be my second biggie. And if I fill those in, chances are, at first year, when you've chosen the major and minor, you'll probably continue with topics related to that major and minor all the way through. Many people change their minds. They discover that they didn't enrol in any, say, philosophy in first year, but they have since discovered through talking to people, getting interested in the idea that they perhaps need to move over into philosophy. There's still time to do that. But by and large, in first year, you'll be finding your major area and your minor area. You can do 2 majors. There are many, many permutations, and we try to keep it as flexible for you as possible. You will also be doing some core topics, and they are up on the side in the yellow boxes. There's the comms, the academic communication topic. That will be the topic that gets you up to speed with how to do your essays, do your thinking in writing at university level. It's a kind of, it's a bridging topic to get you from wherever you were in your pre-tertiary study up to scratch for what we need you to do here. In semester 1 or 2, you can also, or you have to do critical thinking, and a theme is emerging in these yellow boxes. The yellow core topics have been designed to make you not just graduate in 3 years' time or whatever with a BA, but with a BA that will be something you can take on into the world and to use to be employable, if that's what you wanted to do. I know some people do a BA just because they want to do some study. Absolutely fine. But in the main, most of us have to do something when we finish. And BA students don't always understand what the BA can actually do in the real world for them. So we're here, and particularly through these topics that are listed in the yellow squares, to assure you that the skills you develop within the Bachelor of Arts are ones that will make you the professionals of the future. The world needs creative thinkers, it needs critical thinkers, perhaps now more than ever. There are 2 words, Donald Trump, Trump Donald. We're here in the BA to realise you need people to understand why Donald Trump was evil. Now, he's just a preoccupation of mine. So this is what happens to a world that has forgotten how to think. The BA will teach you how to think. Not what to think, but how to go about it. So, BA High Achievers, they have a first year core topic called Arts 1000 Inquiry and Research across the BA, and otherwise they have core topics of their own that I will talk to them about when I get to meet them. Are there any BA High Achievers here today? 2! That's marvellous. I'll talk to you separately afterwards, okay? Now, the other spaces you've got on your study program are the elective topics, and this is where you go to play. So, for those of you who are fully enrolled, can you give me an idea of how you chose your elective spot, or what to do as an elective? Does anybody feel brave enough to offer that information? You've done everything. Have you enrolled in an elective? Yeah.
I don't get one. I'm going to get double degrees, but I don't.
Oh, you don't get one? someone else who's fully enrolled and has chosen an elective spot. Okay, I won't press you any further, but this is the area, the white spaces are where you get to play. You have to be a bit careful that you don't enrol in something that you're not meant to. So I always talk about the BA student who accidentally, or thought, that they could also enrol in midwifery, which I thought was lovely, because they wanted to study politics and history and deliver babies. Until midwifery rang me up and said, I'm sorry, but they can't actually enrol in midwifery unless they're in the degree. So, you know, we again allow you to be creative and hopefully flexible, but there are some things you're not allowed to do. But the elective is where you go to play. So you've got your major, your minor, you've got the yellow squares that will be forming you to get you through to third year, where you will do things like work placements and practical world engagement, and then you get the electives. So here's a list of our majors and minors. There are 26 or so, and it's a really good collection of majors. Better than Adelaide's, better than Uni SA's, and the people who teach all these different topics, we have many of them here today. So, starting at the top, I don't know, Jeffrey, do you teach any applied linguistics? Yes. That's all you teach, he's thinking. So there's Jeffrey. That's what an academic looks like. He's not scary, he's not remote or aloof. He's a very nice chap. Archaeology, they're not here this morning because they're doing their own talking, but certainly skipping down to, the second row, history. Put up your hand, history. So we have Prudence and Dracos and not that person. They too are very nice and they're very, very passionate about history. We have Peter from Geography and Environmental Studies. Put up your hand, Peter. He too, very nice. We have Javier at the back who teaches Spanish. Eric teaches French. I teach English, and we're the people who do the teaching. But the people you really need to know, because they understand how this place works, are the people I'm about to point out to you. Annie, Joe, and up the one, Annie and Joe will do for now. These are the people who make sure that you are on track with your study plan. They make sure that you are enrolled in the right thing, that you have come to accept that you can't do midwifery. They are there to make sure that you are okay. They know a lot more than I do about aspects of enrolling and progressing through the degree. Yeah. Laura, and I'm so sorry, after I'd said she's not in history, Laura is here in women and gender studies, so thank you, yes. So, yes, I don't know where philosophy are, but, maybe they don't exist. If there's no one there in the woods to hear them, whatever. But they're a great crew. All these, I can speak wholeheartedly that the staff at Flinders and the BA are passionate, they are highly capable, and, again, you're at the best place for it. Textbooks. You're going to need some resources for the rest of your degree. So here's where you can go and find out what you need. But today, your Flinders Learning Online websites have gone live. So for each of the topics you're enrolled in, there will be what we call a flow website, accessed through the Flinders website. And each of those websites will act like a topic handbook. It will tell you what readings you have to do, what your classes will be about, what assessment there will be in those topics. So all of that information has gone live today. And in fact, in your first classes here with us, you will most likely go through the flow site for your this or that topic to find out what the topic involves. Car parking. I'm a bit self-conscious about this one. Management told me I had to show you the car parking slide, but you may have seen some of the signs about how expensive car parking is being made at Flinders. So let's ignore that. There's a loop bus. If you're bored, you can just drive around and around the campus on an endless loop. Not many of us in the BA have to go between Bedford Park or Sturt or Flinders Medical Centre or Tonsley. Don't go to Tonsley, that's where the engineers are, and they're very serious. Scholarships. We might post this on, post this information out to you, but there are scholarships to top up for some of you. I don't know much about that, but this information will again be sent to you through your student email. Wi-Fi. Any of you having trouble going online or up into the... No? You can see I'm really invested in some of this. Week. Go on the campus tours. But today, you're already here. You've made a big start by finding North 1. This is a premier lecture theatre for BA topics. That's a great start. You're going to get some free food. So you've learned 2 vital things that students need to know. Where do I get free stuff? And where do I go for my lectures and tutorials and so on? That's a good start. But go on one of the tours of the campus. It's a big campus. And this is the week to find out perhaps where your teaching rooms are before you're in a hurry looking for them next week when your classes will start. There's the Welcome Hub. We can hear it. That big glassy building over there is called the Hub. Costs heaps of money, so go and look at it. Flinders Learning Online, I've already mentioned that. So you will again be introduced to that through your classes, I'm thinking, in week 1. But it is your repository of everything you need to know about your topics. Help is available. I've pointed out Annie and Joe, but anybody you see with a yellow t-shirt today, they are able to answer the questions that you will undoubtedly have and perhaps not wanting to ask in front of the whole room. So there's no dumb questions. Just be honest and say, help, I don't understand X, Y, or Z. There's a whole thing on cyber abuse. Be aware that we have processes in place to protect you from that. And again, I'll leave that for you to read about when there's more time. Here are the orientation dates. You're in O Week now, but we have Connect Week, Skills Week and Wellbeing Week. And these are 3 weeks, the last 3, have identified areas of need for student learning and student wellbeing. And it's a way of showing that orientation at Flinders goes beyond just orientation week and some free food. There's more stuff about our services and support mechanisms for you. There are some social events. Bingo Bash. I was just thinking, well, bingo is the first thing we're giving you to do, but it is very popular. There's a comedy arvo tomorrow, there's a quiz night, there's the community market, there's forest walks, and O Week fair days. I mean, I don't know, I'm sorry, but where is the session where how to get munted, or where do I go to just sort of get free food and beer? That's what I seem to remember thinking O Week was about, not forest walks, but each to his or her own. There is a video library. I'm afraid I don't know where that information's going to appear, so I have to skip over that. We have mentoring programs. As you can see there from the titles, there's the Uni Access Mentor Program, O-Guide Program, and so on. So many things. Flinders is bending over backwards now to make it just easier for you to navigate your way around university life, which is, it's quite a lot to take on from first year onwards. Now, we don't have much time, so I have whizzed through that, and I didn't mean to suggest things were really silly. But does anyone have any questions now about university enrolment or life, anything about life, we can answer those questions, but also mainly the BA itself. Is there anything that's troubling you that you are able to share with the room, the wider room? Yes, Prude.
Can I pretend to be a student?
Yes, please, Prudence.
What if I take a topic and I don't like it? Can I change it?
If you take a topic that you don't like and you change it, you most certainly can.
Is there a timeline for that?
That's a good question too. Usually you need to get, if you're finding that by week 4 that something's not working for you, you need to be out of it by week 5. So you can unenroll from that topic and move into something else. Chances are you might be allowed to move. Not all topics will take you from week 5, but many will. Some will. Does that answer your question?
Is there perhaps a 2-week deadline as well?
A 2-week deadline.
We normally have they have to be into the topic by the end of the second week.
Well, that's history. Then they're normally a bit strict in history. No.
Last day to enrol is the end
End
of
week
week 2.
two.
You withdraw from topics until census day, which is the week
5.
5. But if you actually want to go into a different topic, you have to make sure you enrol in that topic by the end of week 2.
Oh, it is end of week. You were right. The students always know more. That's true. So Annie just said the deadline for enrolment is week 2, end of week 2. If you want to move into another topic, you have to do that also by week 2. But if you want to withdraw from a topic without incurring a fee for that topic, you must do that by week 5. So they caught me out. I'm a much less strict, but Prudence is absolutely right in drawing our attention to that week 2. That's why our classes start in week 1, so that you hit the ground running and that you have got plenty of time to make up your mind if you're in the wrong topic altogether. Most people, okay, there's not a huge amount of movement, but it can happen, and we make it easy to happen. Anything else? Any other Dorothy Dix questions from the academics? Well, they do it in Parliament. Why shouldn't we do it here? So one last thing I will say is that this college that Associate Professor Eric Bouvet told you about is the College of Humanities, Arts and Social Sciences, HASS. Or if you stand at the bottom of the staircase that leads up to HASS, it looks like arse. We also share parts of the BA with our neighbouring college called Business, Government and Law. So some of you may well be thinking of doing international relations or politics or what have you. So we're not confined to this building, as it were, but most of us are concentrated here in HASS. So we are a tribe. We keep the BA close to ourselves, and I think it's the oldest degree in the world, but I think it's the one with the most pertinent future applications. An engineer can learn how to build a bridge, but we're here to tell them why the bridge is needed, what's been the point of bridges across history. Is the bridge even there? That's a philosopher's. The world needs thinkers, not just people with skill set. That's why I'll finish with saying well done on choosing the BA and well done on choosing Flinders. Come out to lunch, get some free stuff. Okay, thank you.